Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is your host Thomas Tyree from On the Hot Podcast. Today, I have some bonus content for you guys. The bonus content we'll be covering today will be in the world of wrestling. In today's bonus segment, I'll be sharing my thoughts on Ricochet's wrestling future. So, we have some reports and speculation of WWE's wrestler Ricochet, what he will be doing next in his professional wrestling career. Reports and speculation that Ricochet will be exiting WWE following his contract when his contract expires this summer in the world of WWE. Right now, if you follow the product of Monday Night Raw, he was recently written off television by Braun Breaker in an injury angle that should sideline him until his contract expires this summer. It is also noted that Ricochet is currently the Speed champion, but lost the Speed title to Andrade a few weeks ago on WWE tapings for Speed. That is followed up on the X. They can see on Twitter/X on a weekly basis. So seems like Ricochet could be on his way out of the company. I'll be sharing my thoughts on that. So let's start off with one of the biggest questions here. Did WWE fail Ricochet? Me personally, I don't believe that WWE failed Ricochet. The harsh reality in all wrestling promotions, whether you watch WWE, AEW, TNA, New Japan Pro Wrestling, whatever you like to watch weekly, the harsh reality in wrestling is not everybody is world championship material. Not everybody can become world champion. And that is the reason why in wrestling we see mid-card divisions and tag team divisions right now in the world of wrestling. But I think Ricochet has had a pretty solid WWE run since he's been there over the last few years. I mean, look at what he's done at NXT. He's a former NXT North American champion. On the main roster, he's won the Intercontinental Championship, the United States Championship, former World Cup winner in 2022, former Speed champion. I think that Ricochet is an incredible wrestler, and he has had a lot of incredible moments from his days signing with the company on NXT and WWE main roster. But I think the thing that is hurting Ricochet the most is not being a charismatic wrestler, and he's lacking the skills of being a good mic talker. And that hurts because you really need a character to get over with the WWE crowd and be a good mic talker to get over in the WWE, which leads me to think that it could be good elsewhere in AEW, a wrestling promotion that you don't have to be the best on the microphone. You just have to let your wrestling do the talking for you. That's what AEW does instead of an entertainment standpoint like WWE. He can go over there and thrive in AEW, have dream matches with Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega. He can have Okada. He can have a dream match with Swerve Strickland, Sammy Guevara, Malachi Black. The list goes on and on of the potentials that Ricochet can thrive over in AEW, where he has to really rely on his wrestling compared to being a charismatic character or a wrestler with good mic skills. So I think that is going to be the option for Ricochet if he does not re-sign with the WWE. I think at the end of the summer he will end up with Tony Khan and the AEW roster. Hopefully, if he does, hopefully for his sake that Tony Khan doesn't lose him in the shuffle, because Ricochet is one hell of a talent. Now, so that leads me to the next thing, and the final thing I'll say here. Should Ricochet leave WWE? I honestly think it would be a mistake if Ricochet left the WWE, because right now the Triple H era, this is the best era of the WWE that we have seen in maybe a decade. That's how long Vincent Kennedy McMahon has stunk up the joint and refused to go in a different direction, thinking in terms of booking and giving us fresh content on a weekly basis, a yearly basis. Right now, Triple H is providing that with us right now in the WWE. It's to land the opportunity. And what's wrong with Ricochet heading over to Tuesdays and wrestling on NXT to get more exposure, more television time, and possibly try out a new persona? I mean, look what happened a few years ago when Finn Balor did it in 2019 to 2021. He became a main event talent again over NXT and was remembered as the Prince over NXT and got over, then came back to the main roster. And we see veteran wrestlers right now on a weekly basis competing on NXT that still compete on Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown on the main roster. There's no shame in that if Ricochet wanted to do that, to try something new. And I feel like right now, there is no question that WWE is the greatest wrestling promotion right now. And Triple H is already a believer in Ricochet. Look how much he's believed in him from when Triple H controlled NXT in the black and gold era and he's still believing in him. And now it's just the main event talent scene right now is just stacked with names of Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles, LA Knight. The list goes on and on. The main event scene right now, and it's crowded. And Ricochet has to work towards that. So why not request to turn heel? Why not request to have a manager? You already got the wrestling skills. You could have a mic. You could have somebody on the microphone to be your mouthpiece and talk and cut promos for you. So I think it would be a mistake if he left. I think he should stay put with the company. But that is all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This is your host, Thomas Tyree, signing off. And I'll see you guys on next week's episode.